Welcome to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Our goal for February is to hit 100 followers for Twitch, 10 new patrons for Patreon, and we only need 3 more to hit our goal. So please like, subscribe, and follow us and help support your local BIPOC artists. Speaking of patrons and subscribers, shout out to the following. Our newest follower, Zizufoides. Thank you. For subscribers, Laz Juno for 2 months, and Hyena Fiend. Thank you for subscribing. You're awesome. And for our new patrons, we have Amy H and Jeanette S. Thank you so much for supporting us. And whoa, we got some donors up in here. $100 for WGL 79. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting your local BIPOC artist group. And if you enjoy this content, we have some more content coming for you. February 26th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come check out our little news segment that we came up with right here from Homebrew Buddies, Tootle and the Gram, where we just have a fun time improving and having fun little random adventures. It's going to be a real hootenanny, as I'll call it. But wait, there's more. This Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for subscribers and patrons only, we are building ourselves in Dungeons and Dragons form, and we're just going to have a fun time, and we're going to go into the mechanics of our lives and how does that translate into Dungeons and Dragons. And then afterwards, we'll be playing a tournament of weak monsters where we play a CR2 monster and battle it out. So if you're a subscriber, we'll be going live. This content. No way. No way. Did I freeze? What was the last thing, everyone? What was the last thing?
If you're a subscriber, ...
What did I say before that? I had to find that. Dang it. I was going strong too. If you're a subscriber, oh geez. Oh, yes.
We love Zoom here.
If you're a subscriber, we're going live at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're a patron, the content will be available the next day. And remember, everyone, this content is not available unless you subscribe. But do not fret, because if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to us for free, and you can see this awesome, wonderful live content. So come join our merry band of friends at our table. And for today's intermission, oh my goodness, we have a song that will come back to you later. But for now, let's say hi to our buddies, Rico and Kevin. Hi, Rico and Kevin.
Hello.
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 How you doing? What you got for us today?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the mess. I'm sorry for today's intermission. It's the song "Teach Me I'll Love You" by Rayleigh Mosley. That's our mid-show break. Awesome. And today for you all, we are finishing our last performance encounters where we're going to be painting for the Voul. It is a art museum that Tootle and the Gram will be painting for. And essentially how this encounter works is you're going to tell me what kind of picture you want to paint. And as you begin to paint it, we're going to roll different skills that you have to make the painting better. So the higher rolls you have on your attributes, the better the painting's going to be. So when the art critic comes to evaluate how well your painting did, they are going to do insight or perception checks, and they're going to see how well did you paint this. So if you have really high rolls in, like, let's just say you roll for nature because you want to really paint a good tree. If you roll high in nature, when the art critic comes, they're going to be like, wow, this is a really nice tree. You did amazing. Or if you roll low, on the other hand, wow, this tree looks like a kindergartner painted it. And so we are going to really dive into our skills and we're going to use them and we're going to paint something really cool. And without that, let's bring this to our segment. Do we like this? So, how do you all feel? Do we like this?
I like the fact that you are finding ways to use the skill checks in unconventional ways. As opposed to just making it a performance check and rolling. How well can you perform paint? But you don't perform when you paint. You create, right? So even though that is the best skill technically in the game to go for something that's creative like painting, it makes a lot of sense to take a case by case and base it on another skill. So I think it'll be fun.
Great. What about you, Kevin?
How many checks are there? 3, you said?
I did not say, however, I did not give a number of checks. You can just add what you want, but you can only add it once. So, like, if you want to do a nature check, you can only do it once. So if you roll bad, oh well.
And is it cumulative? Like, are you going to add all of the rolls together at the end to see what kind of masterpiece it is? Or?
I'm going to keep track of it, and then what I'm going to do is, as the art critic comes by, they're going to rate each individual category to see. Just like a normal art critic would, you know?
Okay. You're being a little vague. About what's the final verdict on, or what critique there is going to be.
Well, how they'll critique it is based off of your roles. So
I know, but is it like total or is it like an average? Like I'm curious about what's the system, or is it just after all of them have been put side by side, you're gonna look at it and be like 8.
That's a great
that's what I want to know. Is there a mathematical or
break it down for us.
We'll come up with it right now. What we'll do is it'll be based off of 2 things. It'll be based off of the individual details, and it'll be based off of the overall. So the overall masterpiece is going to be cumulative. So when you roll your rolls, we're going to add them up, and if they beat a certain score, we'll say 100. 100 will be the score, because depending, you're level 10 characters, so theoretically it shouldn't be that hard to break 100, depending on how many rolls you do. Like, right, if you do 10 rolls, that'll easily break 100. But that being said, you could not easily break 100. So 100 is going to be like a Michelangelo piece for cumulative. Like, it's just awe-inspiring and beautiful. We'll say 50 will be like a Picasso piece. It's still cool, still really awesome, but not that Michelangelo Pieta status.
And really misogynistic.
Minus the misogyny.
Picasso's a great artist. Also, total tool.
Oh yeah, big time. And we'll say anything lower than 50, it is not good for the cumulative. And so the details.
Anything worse than a Picasso is bad? Holy shit.
What about a Go or a Monet?
Okay.
Where do they fall?
Because Monet follows under the 30. So if you get 30, you're Monet status. Even though I love... Actually, you know what? Thank you, Rico. Monet is 50 because I love Monet. And
I will always stand impression.
I love impressionism.
So that's the overall. What about and you said the minutiae?
For the details, what we're going to do is we're going to have it be based off of the DC level of the artist. So we're going to base that off of its charisma skill. So if you're a DM and you're planning this little fun encounter, what you would do is you would have a art critic with a high charisma skill, or you could even go with a wisdom skill, high either wisdom or charisma, and what they'll do is they'll check it with different whatever your DC is. So like if it's like an 18 or 19, those individual details will have to beat the 19. for them to be impressed by the details. And so, like, let's say, for instance, the nature check, right? If you roll a 10 on it, then they're not going to like your trees. But if you roll a 22, they're going to really like the trees. And the more details you impress them with, will say the cumulative overall score is going to go down lower. So if you have 100, it's going to go down by 5, so it'll be 95, and so on and so on.
If you do good, it's gonna.
If
go
you
down?
do good with your details, the overall cumulative score is going to go down.
Why would you want it to go down though? Wouldn't you want it to go up?
No, it'll go down because it'll make it easier for them to like your painting, right? Because let's say,
But I thought the higher the cumulative was
The score we
better.
have to beat goes down.
yeah, the score you have to beat goes down.
The DC.
Like in terms of the other painting.
In terms of your painting, so when this art critic looks at it, and you have your cumulative scores of everything you rolled into it, remember we have to beat like 100, and it's a Michelangelo piece, right? So if you beat your DC of these specific attributes, what'll happen is that'll make the DC to make your overall painting score, it'll be lower. So instead of having to beat like 100, it's going to be like 95. And if he likes the other one, it's going to be 90. If he likes the other one, it's going to be 85.
I don't like it. I think it's too complicated. I think you should just do the cumulative thing and not the detailed part, and it would be perfect.
I think that's a fair criticism. I definitely want to,
I'm just super confused. I think I have the idea of what it is in my head, and now that I got it in my head, I'm just thinking like, oh my god, that's complicated. I would not want to do that as a DM. I would
And to be
just want to
fair,
do that
like,
part.
one of the big appealing elements of D&D 5e is how simplified they've made the game and the rolling. You know what I mean? Everything comes down to the 20 and like a simple roll or two. So it definitely adds a layer of complication to a game that was redacted.
Well, what we'll do is this. If we have time, we'll try it both ways, because it shouldn't be that hard of an encounter. In fact, it should probably be pretty quick. So we'll try it both ways. We'll try it the way where it's details plus cumulative, and then we'll just try the cumulative, and we'll see how that goes. Sound kosher? Dope.
Sound kosher.
Cool.
All right, and without further ado, Kevin, let's head on over to your corner to see what spicy paintings we have today.
Musical segue. We gotta write something for this change.
Homebrew Buddies.
Homebrew buddies. I'm not even playing piano right now.
Why do I keep dropping things? So we got this little pink guy. He's got a little kind of a pink cape. The cape dried, and it's a really... I don't like the color of it anymore. I like the color of his armor. I think the armor looks really dope. So I'm going to fix the cape. I'm going to fix the detail. I'm going to try and see if I can give him a blue tattoo on the top of his bald little head.
Okay. What's the
and
tattoo gonna look like?
I think it's just going to be like almost like Avatar style.
Triangles?
No, not triangles. Just like something that looks like it leads from like his back all the way to the top of his head.
Oh, so arrow status.
It's going to be similar, but not that.
Oh.
So yeah, and now, so we're gonna use, what's this one called? Insane Detail.
Dope. I'll be really hyped to know what this tattoo is gonna look like, and we're looking for the pictures. And if you want to see the pictures of Kevin's painting, go follow our Discord. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
go follow it.
Dumbass.
Link
Sorry,
in the comments.
Shouldn't call you a dumbass. You're probably really smart if you're gonna go to our Discord. It's reverse psychology. Still manipulating you.
Well, that's what we do as DMs, is we manipulate our characters into doing things.
Alright. So now we have to be good at painting, and painting gods, that's me. Okay. We haven't fucked it up yet, and that's a good sign. Honestly, when you walk into a place and you haven't fucked up as soon as you walk through the door.
Oh,
That's what my
I'm
dad
into
always
it.
said.
Now, Kevin, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Been thinking about this, and I've been preparing for Sunday, our cool little bonus adventure where we're making ourselves. And I've been thinking really hard about classes for each other, for everyone. And so I was thinking, we're gonna have we're gonna have a really fun time. And so I was thinking about how can we apply this to other actors, right? Other famous people? What other famous people would their classes be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a famous person, and we're going to figure out what kind of class they would be.
Okay. Am I allowed to say sewer boy?
I don't know what sewer boy is.
You know, like a sewer boy, like a boy.
You are allowed to say unemployed.
Oh, nice.
Is unemployed a class?
Yeah, it is now, baby.
Well, remember that one time where Old Spice made their own class. What was it, the gentleman class? I've always meant to read up on it, but I never have. I just know of it, the gentleman class. But what we're gonna okay, so you ready for this, Kevin? I'm about to give you some famous people, and we're gonna figure out what classes they were going to be.
Okay.
So with that being said, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is very obviously a monk.
Is he a monk?
Yeah. He's a gentle soul.
Really?
He doesn't want to fight. Terry Crews doesn't want to fight. Terry Crews wants love and to just work out in peace in his crazy gym at his house.
And if you've heard his interviews lately, he is very anti-toxic masculinity. Like, he is doing a lot of serious work on himself. I agree with that statement completely. He is like pacifist monk, will destroy you, but not because he wants to, because he has to.
I feel like Terry Crews has like stunning strike on call everywhere. You know, he's just like, "Bop, you're lights out. I don't want to hurt you, but I just don't want you to keep hurting others." Little shit.
I viewed him as a barbarian.
Really?
As a multi-class of bard and barbarian. That's how I viewed him. Because
my partner just asked, isn't he problematic now? And so maybe he got canceled recently.
What?
Is he? I don't know.
No.
I don't.
No way.
I don't know.
I'm not well
canceled
versed
every other day now. Okay, yeah, everyone's
He was
like,
in Jumanji.
Was he in Jumanji?
Well, that is
Pretty sure
problematic.
he was in the new one, right?
The second.
The fact that they remade
Yeah.
remade a Robin Williams movie in the first place is problematic.
Holy shit, you're right. That's what they're mad about
Hot take.
online. Oh my god. Crazy you hit it on the head so quickly. Rico, you're tuned into the youth.
All right. So we found we have a mixed consensus for Terry Crews. But here, how about this one then? How do we view Alan Rickman? What class would Alan Rickman be?
I want to say roguey little boy.
I was gonna view him as either a rogue or as a sorcerer.
Why sorcerer?
Whenever I see him, he just has this magical aura to himself, and he like changes it. And even when he's acting, it like changes. And he just has this weird magic, and it's not like a wizardly magic, like when he was Snape, where he was like book nerd. But no, it's like something about his like bio aura or himself, his presence, his charisma that just gets me every time. That's why I always think he's a sorcerer.
I can agree with that. I only said rogue because I think he has dark hair.
But
That's a reasoning. At least you have a reason.
He has dark hair.
Now, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know when he was Snape, that was a wig. That black hair was a wig. That isn't his real hair.
Well, he does have dark hair normally.
No, but the black, long, straight hair
Mm-hmm.
is as Snape, that's a wig.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I know. Shocked.
got a good wig tech up in there.
Yeah, wigging is hard. And they made his wig really good.
I wish I could have been Alan Rickman.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you?
Did you know Alan Rickman turned down being knighted?
No way.
Yep. It's a true fact about Alan Rickman.
Wow.
He was offered knighthood, and he was like, nah, I don't care about it. And so, I mean, he's technically a knight, because I don't think you can actually defy the queen like that and just say no. But he never, went and did it.
Man, is that how knighthood works?
Yeah, well, knighthood is
Archaic practice from a time long gone.
That's true.
Well,
It's purely just title.
Well, it is based off of your contributions to society as a whole.
To
And
the
if you-
monarchy.
To the monarch.
To the monarchy.
No.
It's your contributions to the British Empire.
What?
Yeah, dude. Think about
Absolutely.
all the knights are British people, dude.
Yeah, because what do you...
Because they
Because
serve
it-
the monarchy.
Yeah, and the Indian Royal Guard is made up of Indian people. What are you talking about? Yeah, of course. Oh, and the British Parliament is made out of British people too. Yeah, of course it is. Look, I think royalty is the biggest scam that has ever been made on planet Earth. But I do think that knighthood, to a certain degree, is a fun practice.
So there's this major scam, but you're gonna say a major factor of keeping that scam alive is valid.
I think no. I've met many.
Let
British
me manipulate
people,
how you
British
feel
people.
about me. Let me make you feel more authoritative, so you can honor my authority.
Yes, my lord. You know what's wild is you can there's the weird sovereign nation of the Sea Principality, which is like an oil rig in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, and you can buy titles. You can be like a lord or a sir or a duke, and I've always meant to buy one so I could be Duke Daniels.
Don't do it.
Speaking of titles, I want to pull us back into a D&D discussion. We are doing in my campaign. We are introducing a Triton character. In my world, I intentionally built a world that is oversaturated with diversity. It's not these little clumps. Civilization has been long destroyed, so people are huddled more together. But I haven't introduced a Triton character yet. So this gave the player and I an opportunity to really flesh out culture, right? Build our own Triton culture with this. And we started off as a big joke. She was like, I'm going to name my character S. Irving Fish. So her name is Serving Fish. Our drag queen Serve Fish.
Yeah.
But from that, though, ready for the brilliance? From that, we decided that it is a Triton cultural, it's a cultural practice for your before your first name to have an initial. And that is part of your status and your culture. So wealthier Tritons are like S. Irving or B. Gianna and stuff, or Gianna was another one. So we had all these higher ranked Triton have an initial before their name, and that is how they're called. You don't just call her Irving. She is S. Irving, always.
Wow. That's really cool. It
Yeah,
reminds
so
me of Barnellis, Carnellis, Arnellis.
Yes. Oh God. Let's not.
Speaking of which, from our last
yeah, it
roleplay
was-
varied last night, go check our stuff out. You'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah. You can find it below, and also it'll be on our YouTubes in a few days, weeks, soon,
I have thought about
whenever we get to it.
my response to you about knights.
Oh,
Bro.
I think it's cool for citizens to get medals. That's my final answer.
sure.
That is
Okay.
the only reason why I think knighthood's cool.
Yeah, it's real cool that Rush Limbaugh got a certificate of freedom. Real cool.
Rush Limbaugh got a what?
Real cool. He got a Medal of Freedom. Yeah, let's just give people medals for their great contribution of racism and misogyny.
Well, I'm talking about
Keep it up,
Britain.
Kevin.
I'm talking about Britain. I'm sorry, is Rush Limbaugh a UK citizen?
No, but he is the predecessor. I mean, you're talking about the country that colonized the world.
Yeah.
British imperialism, like American idealism, is a result of British imperialism.
And do you
I
think
hope you
that
enjoy our
giving
history
knighthood to
I'm
the
gonna
arts?
just cut it down.
Do you think giving knighthood to the arts helps perpetuate that? The arts world giving some credence and like authority to the arts that no other country on this planet has ever given to anybody in the arts. It is the highest form of
Kevin,
praise that
I just-
anybody in the arts can get.
I just love getting you heated.
I know. I'm getting very heated, and I feel manipulated about it. I can't even enjoy my anger.
Oh. He's like, wait a minute, damn it.
Please enjoy our spicy takes on knights and the idea of knights. Didn't know how this would turn
So
out.
get ready for our next roleplay varied, where we totally deconstruct knighthood.
Oh man, that would be so hard. Where we all play paladins. We all play paladins, and
No, but on a
you
serious,
gotta be a cavalier fighter.
on a serious note, I do think it is something of significance for a practitioner of an art to be recognized on a national level. All the joking aside, Dame Judi Dench is a dame for a reason. Sir Ian McClellan is a sir for a reason. Like, I'll shit on it all I want, but like, I respect those artists.
But not Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman specifically said no.
we tie it all together back. Back to the main question that sparked this hot topic is what class was Alan Rickman? And we talked about what class would he be. So final take for you. Final character, right? What class would the Queen of England be?
Patron, obviously. Just
Yes.
straight up a patron.
Totally.
Not
Isn't she
a
the
warlock.
Rules?
Not a warlock, a patron. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But she's still a human, though.
Yeah, but she's like, what? What else has she done ever besides give other people power?
You're not wrong.
And
You're not wrong.
that is exactly what a patron does: is give others a power and authority.
If you really want us to put a class, we could really wiggle that she is a
Gutter
person
boy.
artificer, as
Oh.
opposed to a like she modifies people.
Oh, that's very scary. I kind of think she might be a gutter boy.
What is a gutter boy, Kevin?
You know, somebody who lives in the gutters. A gutter boy.
But she's the exact opposite of someone who lives in the gutter.
You don't have to live in the gutter to be a gutter boy. That's what we always say back with the gutter boys back home. Am I right, Johnny? You fucking crazy gutter boy. Get back in there. Get.
I want you.
Hey, Johnny.
I want BTT to go to England one day, and we're gonna interview the Queen, and we're gonna say, "Yo, Queen, you a gutter boy?" And
And we're gonna get summarily executed.
We're gonna get
foreign
quartered.
soil.
we're gonna get drawn and quartered.
Okay, I've been real silent because maybe I just suck at painting, right, guys? You know.
There's
Maybe
no such
that's-
thing as sucking.
So I put a little bit of blood on his sword because I like the idea if he's
'Cause
just
he's a
in
murder
battle.
boy.
Yeah. It's got, you can't see it really, but there's blue on the back of his head. His cape is a little different. I did some minimal fixins up in places and whatnot. I actually want to fix the ground now that I'm looking at it because there's some paint that is astray.
Wow, Kevin. Did you do the tattoo yet on his head?
I did. It's not very good. It just looks like a big blue blob on the top of his head, but it's there.
That's okay. That's how most tattoos turn out.
Oh, nice, dude. Wrecking the tattoo population. Divide them, baby. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just joking. I've been watching a lot of Ink Masters lately, and they're talented. Speaking of which, man, we should make there should be like a tattoo feat.
Yeah, one of us
like
should
that,
get
like
a tattoo for Break the Table. Oh, that's what you're saying.
In Tasha's, they added tattoos and items.
They did. Oh,
and you can yeah, they also like kind of canonized not canonized, but like, so spell scrolls, like you get a spell scroll tattooed on you, and it's still a one-time use object, which is pretty dope.
Yeah,
that is dope.
Yeah, so they created, real quick, let's get real wonky into the game. They created, I think, like 4 types of tattoos. An Eldritch Claw tattoo, a Lifewell tattoo, a Luminar's tattoo, Ghost Step tattoo. Each one takes an attunement where you, like, literally, you know, hold it to your skin, and then ink, like, feeds into your body, and however the DM wants to color it. And then basically you can, like, depending on what it is, you can, like, write with a pen, or it has charges that make you a ghostly form, or basically they set the stage where you can basically do any kind of magical item in tattoo form.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Some of the tattoos they have there are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they made some good ones. I like the stuff that they gave us in Tasha's, but my favorite, and I say this all the time, my favorite thing about Tasha's Cauldron is that they really made it clearer than ever that you can go in any direction that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
So, here's a fun. I feel like this is a good topic for Homebrew Buddies. I'm done painting, by the way. I'm frustrated with myself that I can't think of what else to do. So I need to watch painting videos and maybe get better until next week.
All
We talked about
Give us
nights
that
and
final.
Yeah. Yeah. So I fixed the bottom of it so it doesn't have stray paint on it, which is nice. Cape is different. He's got a tattoo on his head. I did some detail work around a lot of the spots that have color where they're not supposed to be. Apparently, not enough, because I keep noticing little spots that I've missed. Fuck you. But yeah, I'm done. The thing I was gonna say is, have either of you looked at the new Unearthed Arcana for the new races?
I just started to. I've scared my party. They've had 2 near-death experiences. Now they're all making backup characters. And I was like, whatever. And so they're all, and we made, like, I have a soul knife in this party. I have an Order of the Scribes. We made it while that was UA. So I'm always about, if we can make the UA work with what we have in the world already, let's look at it. So I've looked at the Damphere so far, but that's about it.
So we've got, I don't remember what the last one was, but it's very similar to a Matt Mercer race. But anyway, it's the Damphere, the Hexbloods, and an Undead race.
Yeah.
And anyway, those are very cool. The idea is basically Damphere is like an actually playable vampire, so DMs don't need to like get into like what it means for a vampire to be a part of the party, because everybody wants to fucking play a vampire. Second one is,
at least they finally put it out there. At least they finally put it out.
Yeah. Here's my one note about vampires is I hate it is because once it happens, it is the most interesting thing, and then there's nothing more interesting. That's it. It's just annoying after that.
A lot of times.
Second one is Hexblood. Basically think Witch's Coven experimenting creates a person. There are other versions of that, but that is kind of the basis. And then the Undead one is like, you died either in the Shadowfell or your soul was called to the Shadowfell or you were killed by crazy, unstable, necromantic energy, and you came back to life, but you don't have all your memories from your past life, and you are now undead. Um, really cool stuff. The thing that I really like is at the very beginning is that they go deeper into the whole racial thing than Tasha's ever did. Like Tasha's goes like, hey, like do what you want, take what you can and take what you don't, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
this Unearthed Arcana thing was basically like racial traits are based off of culture, like straight up, like so dark elves, dwarves, elves, any of those, like they're like elves and stuff will still have their fey ancestry and dark vision and stuff like that, but ability scores like the +2 to charisma, the +1 to strength, that is now purely based off culture. So like maybe you are a dwarf that's lived in an elven settlement of your life, so you would take the elven traits, increase of ability score traits, but you'd still have like dwarf's stone endurance, you know what I mean? And I think that's a really cool way to do that system. I think it fixes a lot of the things that they tried to with Tasha's.
I think they're stumbling forward. They keep stumbling forward. I don't think they're going to get it right until maybe 6th edition, honestly. Like,
I don't know if they're
at
ever
least
gonna. Are they ever gonna do 6th edition? Because 5th edition came out in 2008. It's been 13 years.
I'm going to say, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
They are going kind of crazy on the expansions in this one.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe
see.
they'll do 20. My guess 2023, the 15-year reunion, 6th edition will come
They're
out.
going to bring back advanced Dungeons and Dragons mechanics.
Oh,
Holy
no.
shit!
I stand away 91 feet. I stand away 31 feet. And with that, thank you, Kevin, so much for your awesome art and your awesome hot takes. And thank you, Rico. We will be back right after this break. We will be taking a break with "Teach Me I'll Love You" by Raleigh Mosley.
And a commercial.
And we will be having a commercial as well. So come back, stretch, get a cup of water, get a cup of whatever you need, and we'll be back.
Love you. Bye.
back to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Our goal for February is to hit 100 followers for Twitch, 10 new patrons for our Patreon, and we only need 3 more. So please help us hit our goal, and please like, subscribe, follow, and help support your local BIPOC artist group. And speaking of that, shout out to, once again, Zisifoids and subscribers last June over 2 months, and Hyena Fiend, thank you so much. Our Patreon, Amy H and Jeanette S, we see you, thank you. And for our donors, WGL79 for the $100, thank you. My heart weeps as we have this support. Thank you so much. Thank you for today's intermission. We had, oh my goodness, sorry, I didn't pull it up. For today's intermission, thank you. We had the song Teach Me I'll Love You by Raleigh Mosley. Awesome job. Thank you so much. And for we got a whole bunch of content coming up for you. The 7 p.m., February 26th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come check out Tootle and the Graham. It'll be our fun little improv adventures we have. And then wait, there is more. Tomorrow, Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for subscribers and patrons only. We will be making our own D&D characters from real life, where we talk about the mechanics of our lives and put them into Dungeons and Dragons form. And with that, we will also be having a tournament, a CR2 monster tournament where you fight to the deaths. And if you're a subscriber, we'll be going live at 5:30. And if you're a patron, the content will be available the next day. And remember, everyone, this content is not available unless you subscribe. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to us for free, and you can check out this awesome, cool content coming at you, 5:30 p.m. Standard Time. And without further ado, let's get back to our cool encounter with our buddies. Hi, Rico. And you may have noticed that our other buddy, Kevin, has gone, but he had some other schoolwork that he had to do. So we said say la vie to him. Or not say la vie, adios. We said adios, amigo.
Such is life. C'est la vie. Go do your work.
Maybe. Here's a little tidbit for you. If you want to learn Spanish real quick in 5 seconds, my uncle taught me it. You have to spell socks. Spell socks.
A-S.
Eso sí que es. It is what it is.
Okay.
In Spanish. Eso sí que es.
Eso sí que es. Oh my god, I hate
Eso sí
it.
que es.
I like C'est la vie more, but that's
So
since I'm Creole. I can't help it.
So let's get back into our cool, fun encounter. So today for our painting encounter, we have 2 ways we're going to do. We're going to try it out, where we're going to have a details and a cumulative base scoring, and then just a cumulative scoring, where as you roll, the different attributes and skill you have will create details that'll make your overall cumulative score, DC, lower. And the other way is we're going to roll your skills, and those rolls will accumulate into a score that you have to beat. So we're going to see how well this plays out. And without further ado, Rico, introduce your character, my amigo.
All right, well, I'm Toodly-Loo and the Grab. You may have heard of us. We're interdimensional superstars. Just tootling along, making some beautiful music and all the fun stuff. I am a Count Halfling bard of the Pontiff Glamour. And Toodle just loves to create, traveling the land with his friend, this good friend, Graham. And we've just been
IG. The Graham.
IG, yes. And our band is successful so far. So we've just kicked ass at the rap battle, and now we are just. I'm gonna paint my heart out. Graham had to take a nap. He had too much to drink at the after party. He was chilling at the Holiday Inn, and he just, they go hard at the Holiday Inn.
They do. They do go hard at the Holiday Inn. Who said it? Coolio said it best. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. All right. So without further ado, you are at your own house painting a picture, trying to put it in submission for the Voule, or behind the screen, it's Louvre back, the Voule Art Museum, and you have a very lucrative meeting with the Voule's art commissioner, um, Madame Croissant. I really love
I do love
Madame
croissants.
Croissant. So how this is going to work is Toodle is going to use different attributes, and you can only use them once. And so we're going to do the cumulative score version first. So just roll your skills that you want to put it in, and then we'll see how well it turns out. Oh, you are muted.
Just to review these rules that you've made, I'm also going to change the song 'cause this one's funky, fresh, but we're painting now, so we need to take it down. Let's chill it out with the painting. Here we go. Poodle needs to hear the sounds of nature when he. Sorry. So just to clarify, because we didn't, we talked about it at the very top, and I kind of forgot. The way that
That's okay.
this painting encounter goes is how again?
Is essentially how this is going to work is you're going to decide what you want to paint and what you're going to put in the painting. So you're going to say, I want to paint a beautiful landscape scenery with a river and trees, and I'm going to say, okay, well, you need to roll a nature check to see how well your nature looks. And then, excuse me, you can also say, oh, I want to put in some insightful beauty, and I want to make this painting really insightful to the viewer. So then I'm going to say, oh, roll for insight. And then you can say, well, I also want it to be really religious and have like a religious figure in there. So, okay, well, roll for religion, and then you put it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this, your scores, and the scores that you get are going to be cumulative, and it's going to have to beat a certain score. And so for this instance, what I said, for it to be like a Michelangelo masterpiece, it has to beat 100. And for a level 10 character, that is very possible. It's very possible.
Okay, cool. I think we get it.
50 will be a moderate art piece.
Sweet.
So let's see. Let's roll. What do you want to paint?
Poodle will meditate for a second, take in the nature sounds all around, and then go, fuck that. Let's create. Let's honor my heritage. Let's honor my halfling culture. So he decides that he is going to paint a rendition of one of the most famous halflings of all time, Frollo Ballner, and his epic saga across the lands into the world of Modor.
I love that. Okay, so how? Okay, so you're painting a picture of the
I'm going to.
What was his name again?
It'll
Can you
be
say
a
it again?
picture of Frollo, Baller, as he's carrying the one bling to outshine them all into the land of Modor. Totally an original plot.
Alrighty. It's totally original. So for this one, for base one, I'm going to say roll a straight performance check for this one to see if it'll
Okay.
be good. And with that, then you can add your other elements.
Natural 20 plus 12 for a 32. This is the best roll I've ever had in
32.
my life.
Wow.
This is what it feels like to roll well. I've never had a 20 in Homebrew Buddies.
Yeah, that was insane. All right. What's another attribute you want to add to it? So we got a performance, which is
Okay, so
really good.
I'm
That's a
thinking-
32.
Because Because he's a major figure of the halfling, stout halfling community, I want to make sure I get the details of his quest right. So, like, his historical, important, his
Oh, okay, yeah.
non-companion. Okay.
Sure, roll a history check.
That is a 13 plus 9 for a 22.
All right. History, 13 plus 9.
And then there's also going to be this really, really scary, freaky tower that has a frozen eyeball floating at the top. And it's like this big, it's a frozen earlobe, and it's always listening in, and it's very scary. And he's trying to put some big streaks towards it. So
roll an intimidation check.
19 plus 12 for 31.
Nice. Oh man.
I want to bard all the time now. This has never happened.
This is dope. All right. Roll your next one.
He's channeling his inner.
Or you can be done with it right now. Because right now.
But of course, this journey is it did result in, mass expansion of, like, a bunch of works and stuff. Oh, like, he wants to make sure it's painted in a positive light, so we remember that Frollo was a good guy.
Okay,
I
do a
want
deception
to look like
check.
extra chiseled and ripped. Deception? Okay.
Do a deception check.
God. 17 plus 6. Go for a 23.
Anything else you want to add to it?
I'm just like searching through my. Oh, can I inspire myself on that last roll?
What do you mean? Like,
wait, no, I can't give myself. I'm not high enough of a level to inspire myself. Never mind. Okay. I forgot. That's like level 13 or 14.
I see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna step back. Something to do this. And then he's going to, of course, it's Frollo's animal companion, Badger-Wise. I have to have Badger-Wise there as well.
Okay, do an animal handling check.
Okay. Oh, damn, I was going for nature. That's okay. 19 plus 1, 20.
Nice. Alrighty. Is that the last thing you wanted?
Yeah, if I keep... I'm just like... Oh, they are trying to sneak in Modor. They're all like Scooby-Doo. Creepy.
You want to have a... I'll tell you right now, you already made it to 100.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Kudos are perfect. It must be flawless art. And that was a 2, so 6 for those finishing touches. Can you let the dog out, please? The dog is making weird noises back there. No,
alrighty. And with that, you take your perfect masterpiece, your perfect piece of art, and you take it to Madame Croissant. And as you put it up and you put it up for her, you see this very short gnome woman. She's very uptight. She's wearing a black skirt, or like a black what is it? A pantsuit. That's what I'm thinking of. A pantsuit, not a skirt. She's wearing a black pantsuit. She has a short haircut that is very stylish, very artsy, and she has the librarian glasses that like go on your nose, the pincher ones, that don't have the sides, that are just the glasses and pinch on your
It's
nose.
the woman from The Incredibles. I can't remember her name for the life of me right now, but that's all I'm picturing.
Mode.
And yep, and
It's Madame Croissant. Thanks for getting all my stupid references. She goes,
I'm there.
So what she's gonna do? Oh wait, because we're doing the accumulative one, she sees it, and she immediately. It's inspired, darling. It's beautiful. It has all these different parts that I wanted in a painting. It is beautiful. I will buy it from you because it is beautiful. Oh, you're muted.
And Toodle's gonna go, oh, it's missing one thing. And he's gonna just lean forward and give the canvas the slightest little canvas. Now it's signed. That's how he signs it.
Is there what?
A slight wrinkle is left.
Do a sleight of lip check. Do a sleight of hand check to see if your lips make a big imprint or a little imprint. You're muted. What is it?
16. Sorry, I keep muting
16.
myself.
Perfect. It's the perfect amount where it's not too big. It's not a big enough indent, but it's not a little indent. But so you can, if you look enough, you can see a little mouth imprint of your mouth.
It will go down in history, Madame Croissant.
It's beautiful. It is inspired, darling. And with that is our first encounter. Let's see how we do. And you know what? Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about that encounter because I like that a bit. Let's see, Rico, did you like it?
Yes, but big but.
Give me that button.
I was doing I was doing. I can't believe it. I was doing the thing that I hate when my players do, which is staring at my sheet and trying to find how to use my best skills. Like I was looking at it and I was like, I have expertise in intimidation and persuasion, and history. So let me make sure that I can use those. And of course, this game always has some element of that. That is part of the play for a player is to how do I role play this skill that I want. But I definitely felt like I was like check, and doing all the things to just beat the game instead of role play through it.
Sure. Yeah, that's understandable. And as I was thinking this to myself, I think this would be a good lower level encounter for like a group of like bards or stuff, because your skills aren't that refined yet. You have like maybe a +4, +3. Actually, you probably have like a +3, +4 on proficiency, right? So
yeah, you might
your
have
skills
a
would be lower.
expertise.
Yeah, with your expertise, if that. And I think depending if you want how you'd want to do it is you'd probably want to, if you had higher level players do it, you'd probably say only like maybe 3 or 5 attributes, and you would have them, and as a DM, you would think about this beforehand. You'd be like, oh, obviously they're going to choose their best skills. So with that being said, if you have a +13, +12, I could just be like, you have to beat 150 because you beat 100.
Totally.
Your rolls were so good. You beat 104.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just killing the rolls. I think this is a great, in the way that it is right now, excellent downtime activity.
Yeah.
Excellent downtime activity. Like, if the party's like, oh, we have a week, I want to take this week and paint some stuff and try to sell it. Like, I think within that mentality, as opposed to an encounter style, totally, yeah, find the skills that work. Find the skills that work for you. Again, 3 to 5 rolls. I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's
think
one of the big, honestly, one of my biggest Critical Role takeaways. I love that Matt Mercer does that like 3 roll system for like
Sure.
downtime and such. So like 3 rolls to figure things out, and boom, got your painting.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I think it'd be a good way for your beginning players to learn their skills. You know, and what are my good skills, and
Yes.
what am I good at rolling at,
And
and
yes, and there's a chance for them to, you know, use their chart, try to cheat their chart in a way, but have to think in a role-playing mindset, right? They still have to think,
Right.
how do I make this picture reflect intimidation? You know what I mean? It's not just, I'm going to use intimidation, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, I like it. With a bit of tweaking, I think it could be really cool, fun little encounter for your players. I think it could be really cool. So, without further ado, thank you all for joining us and watching in and listening in. Thank you for all our supporters from Patreon and subscribers. We have that content for you. We'll give it to you. It is amazing. And with that, please join our table for next week. And have a nice day, friends.
Let's switch it over to real fast, and let's see if there's anyone we can raid.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can
Saturdays are
raid.
usually a good raiding day. I think Stat is playing Spyro. She's been my go-to.
Let's go over to Stat.
Go-to raider, because Stat has been on Homebrew Buddies, and they are just an awesome gamer. They play a lot of classic retro style games. So what I'm going to do is share in the chat what you should copy. And so here is music. Is my music still on too loud? Sade, I'll pause it though. What we're gonna do is I'm posting in the chat right now what you can copy, and if you are a subscriber, you can use our fun table break emote.
Table break.
Boom. So copy one of those to post into our into the chat once we raid our way over and join Stat. So like Addison was saying, we'll be back tomorrow. Well, for our subscribers, back tomorrow on building ourselves and then having a little mini CR2 tournament with monsters. So check that out. Hit that subscribe button. Did you know? Do you have Amazon Prime? You can support us for free, according to Nightbot. Or rather, wait, actually, yes, it'll be on that site, Nightbot. Check it out. And I don't think I have anything else. We'll be back next week with our first episode of Tootle and the Graham, followed by another Homebrew Buddies. And then, if I can get it done in time, another episode of Kids Table. Womp womp womp.
Nice.
So yeah, we will see you at our table soon, y'all. Don't forget to join our Discord. Boom, and let's go ahead and do that raid. So I'm gonna start that raid now. Thanks, y'all, for joining us here. So yep, you can hit that. Cool. We're raiding on over. See you at the table next time, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.